Hello and welcome to the stream. It's Silent Mark here with part 2 of Blade Runner, the original Westwood Games title from 1997. We finished up yesterday at the end of Act 1 and the very beginning cinematic from Act 2 of someone being viciously assaulted and possibly exploded. We're not sure. And today we're going to pick up from exactly where we left off and see what is going to be the next part of this particular investigation as we hunt for those nasty replicants. Or are they nasty replicants? Who knows? In any case, we're going to go ahead and jump right in right now. So, without further ado, let's hop in. All right, so we're going to go ahead and load our game. All right.
No messages.
So we got our message. That was telling us to go over to the Tyrell building, as I recall. I want to make sure there's nothing else to do here before we go. No more musings from him, it would seem. Yep, that's definitely a bathroom. I suspected as much yesterday, and that proved to be accurate. All right, so that's where we have treats for the dog. Let's give Maggie a treat.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
There we go. Hey, what's up, Robco? Yes, it is. This is actually part 2. So I played the first act yesterday of our investigation, and now I'm picking up with part 2. So I'm assuming that you didn't see yesterday's one, since I didn't see you about. So for a very brief recap, we were called to investigate some animal murders at a pet shop, real animals, not fake ones, as is the norm in this world. There appear to be some replicants involved, and we have been tracking them ever since. So we've found some clues, done a bit of investigation, and now we have just been told about another attack at the Tyrell Corporation from the movie. And we are, I think, about to go over there and check it out. So this guy here is our main suspect. Don't know much about him yet. We also have an unknown Zubin, although I'm pretty sure I killed him. He was the chef at he was a chef at a Chinese restaurant who was also a replicant, as I understand it. We have Lucy, who worked at the pet shop and is involved in some way, likely a replicant herself. Not 100% sure, but I'm assuming so. And so far, those are our suspects. So, in this particular little interface here, we have a crime scene database, which just gives us basically everything. We have suspects, so we can look at particular people and listen to, yeah, no, you're cool, bro. Don't worry about it. We all have lives, you know, it's Friday night. What are you going to do? I hope you had a good time. Let's see. Oh, we have, and these are all our clues that we've acquired on the way. I've got one here.
I checked with UNR. Looks your rep swung that Moonbus massacre last month.
Oh, right. That's the conversation. So after the Japanese chef tried to kill me with a meat cleaver, I met Gaff from the movie on the roof of my apartment building.
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the Tyrell building. Tyrell's surveillance system recorded the whole shebang.
Right, that's where we're going now.
You'll be good, killer.
Okay, so that's where we're going. We are on our way to the Tyrell building.
Your floor number, please.
I mean, so you can actually see the difference. I'll show you in a second. It has a neat feature which lets you turn off the enhanced visuals so you can see how it used to look. And it was like, this isn't a very good example. That's how it was, and this is how it is. So it's a small upgrade visually. But I think it's a good one, though. It's as I understand it, dog hair on my face. As I understand it, it's quite hard to like remaster this game because none of the original assets still exist. So like all of these characters and stuff, like even the main character and all of the side characters were all actors who were recorded, you know, carrying out the animations and then digitized into the game. Think like games like Mortal Kombat stuff back in the day. But none of the original video of that exists, which is why the characters are still very low resolution, unfortunately. But they have like done the backgrounds. When I get to somewhere brighter, I'll show you a better example. All right. Let's make our way to the Tyrell building. So yeah, these are the places we have. So the police station, that's where the police are. Chinatown, where I got into it with the chef. And the animal shop, which is where the first crime scene was. That's where we've been so far. So we are heading for Tyrell now. Yeah, so again, this is enhanced and not enhanced. Enhanced, not enhanced. So they've smoothed everything out and made it a little nicer to look at, but there's only so much you can do.
Just a minute. Where do I go?
Grav test on the east wing, 66th floor. Here's the footage from the security cameras. You get a pretty good look at the man's face.
How'd he get past you guys?
He pretended to be a delivery man. Dr. Eisenduller ordered in a lot, so it didn't seem unusual.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
One more.
Pretty sure that's it for him.
I've told you everything I know, Detective. I gotta work. These monitors don't watch themselves.
Yeah, it's a tough gig.
All right. So, doesn't look like there's anything else here except the elevator. Let's go and have a look upstairs. Oh. What's this all about? Oh, there's something. What is that?
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
I think Lucy had an earring like that in the picture. So I don't know if you've seen Blade Runner, but they have the whole sequence where he's able to like zoom in and enhance photographs and even get like a 3D view, like almost as though the camera is moving in the photograph to see things that you can't see on the surface. And you get to do that in this game. And I found a picture, the picture I have of Lucy I got from the security footage at the pet shop. And she had an earring like that, so it seems like she may have been here too. It looks like there's something here.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed, not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the GravLab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates?
That's
I couldn't even begin to guess what Eisenduller's password was.
Ah, so we might be looking for a password. All right, keep that in mind. want to make sure there's nothing here. It's easy to miss clues sometimes. You see the way the mouse pointer changes to the little green spinning thing. That tells you there's something you can interact with, but sometimes things that you can interact with are tiny. You've got to be really careful not to miss things.
Jesus.
Oh, that's bits of that guy.
I've seen worse, but not by much.
Learn anything?
You could strain him through a sieve.
Lovely. All right. So right away, that's the food container from the delivery guy. I saw that on the cinematic.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens.
That's something.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
Ricky. I wonder if that's the password.
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
Oh dear. Oh yeah, I have a dog.
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last, and now it was dog. I thought about...
All right, so that's that. Is there anything else in here? Oh, it's the corpse.
Obviously, he'd been killed with an explosive, and not just because he'd been plastered on the wall with 1,000 strokes. The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. The killer was an expert. The charge had been big enough to do the job, but not big enough to shatter the soundproof walls of the float chamber. And I wondered why the killer didn't just shoot him.
Yeah, it seems very personal. All right, let's have a quick look around. So we've got a new location. We've been given Kingston Kitchens and Animoid Row, which is where they make fake animals. And the name Ricky, which I'm wondering if that's not the password for the computer. I'll check that in a minute.
Maybe it belongs to that other cop who was up here. The babe with the shades and the cigarettes.
Ain't her style.
Oh.
Call her babe to her face. You're liable to end up with a severe limp.
So Detective Steele was here. She's another Blade Runner.
If you spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
You spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
It looks like all of the dialogue options for him. That's the dead animals. I think we might have seen everything there is to see.
Disgusting.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go try that computer again. I'm thinking the password is the dog's name.
Eisenduller had used his dog's name as a password. The Tyrell brass wouldn't be too happy if they knew I was snagging a copy of their files, but someone had wanted them bad enough to kill Eisenduller, so I figured they must be worth having. Nothing.
Okay. All right, so we've got something. So, yes, the story is completely separate from the movie. Although... Oh, hang on. 1 second.
It didn't say anything about me working with a partner.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. Could be it's linked to this Tyrell debacle.
How's yours connected to mine?
I'm still fitting the pieces together. You know the Moonbus massacre?
I'm not sure I trust her.
Gaff mentioned something about it.
The rogue skin jobs probably flew to Earth. And one of them is a demolitions expert, similar MO to your Vic upstairs.
Hell of a coincidence.
I'll call you if I find out anything more about your case.
Yeah, I'm not sure about her. All right.
You friendly with Eisenduller?
Most of the employees.
Yeah, so hold on. Once this dialogue's finished, I'll finish what I was saying.
Dr. Eisenduller. He almost never left his lab.
He afraid of somebody?
I think it had something to do with the air outside and the germs. I once heard him complain about it.
Smart. What was his job?
Grub test chief engineer. The lab runs tests to see how a replicant would perform in different planetary gravitational fields. That kind of thing. One of the other engineers could tell you more.
Okay. Yeah, so the story is completely original. The character is completely original. But it is taking place at the same time as the original movie. I know this because there's a few references to other characters from the movie and certain events from the movie. Like the one Blade Runner who gets shot at the beginning of the movie while he's testing one of the replicants. They made a reference to him being in hospital now in the game. So this is happening simultaneously, but separately. All right, let's... Yeah. You'll see a lot of places which are taken straight from the movie. All right, let's ask about the earring.
Lost an earring like this one lately?
Not one of the employees, that's for sure. The boss enforces a strict dress code around here.
How did Eisendoller's moo-moo fit in?
Hey, you know, company rules only apply to the lesser mortals.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure the earring belongs to Lucy.
How do I get in to see the big boss?
You don't, unless he wants to see you.
Okay. How do I make him want to see me?
Well, you could call his personal assistant.
Who is?
Don't know offhand.
Yeah, I get the picture.
That's helpful.
You know anything about Tyrell's computer system?
Security is tight as a drum, if that's what you're asking.
Somebody tried to access restricted data from the terminal in Dr. Eisendoller's office.
But they couldn't get in.
Yeah. Looks like Dr. Tyrell keeps his files safer than he keeps his employees.
Apparently.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the police station and see if we can analyze the security footage. Okay.
Lockup.
Not lockup.
Ground floor.
Forget which floor.
And shooting range.
Mainframe?
Laboratory.
Yes, mainframe.
Mainframe and shooting range.
During his last election campaign, Governor Kolvig promised a bold new plan of action to clean up the worst regions of the highly toxic debris that surrounds our city, the so-called kipple. Just how much progress has been made since then? We spoke to the governor just before his weekly meeting.
I don't know if any of this is important. There's TV broadcasts whenever I come here.
Radiation and toxic waste is contained in relatively small pockets, all miles distant from the city center. Nevertheless, cleaning things up out there is a worthwhile goal, especially with the thousands of specials living on the city fringes. For now, all I can say is that we're looking at several options, and I'm sure everyone will be pleasantly surprised by our final proposal.
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong way. That's the shooting range. I need the Esper room. All right, so here I can use this computer to upload the clues that I found.
Downloading mainframe clue database.
And then download clues, potentially, that other people have found.
Clue database transfer complete.
Means I can now take a look at them. So, let's see. That's the animal murder. Moonbus hijacking.
Oh, in a pig's ass,
All right.
Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. You know the Moonbus massacre that went...
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry.
I'm going to go through these so they're not lit up anymore. Helps me to see only the new things. That's the disc. We'll get to that in a minute.
The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. The killer was an expert.
Yeah.
The charge had been big enough to do the job, but not big enough to shatter the soundproof walls of the float chamber. But I wondered why the killer didn't just shoot him.
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Eisenduller, he almost never left his lab.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files.
Yeah.
Easton Kitchens. That's down in Hawker's Circle. The dog collar has a
And
name.
the dog collar.
Ricky,
Okay.
maybe?
So, Yeah, I'm pretty sure the earring has got to be hers. Find any new clues?
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed, not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers
DNA,
forget their
that's
passwords, but what would the GravLab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates?
Right.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim.
The detonator wire pulled out of...
So what's this one? DNA Marcus. That must be the what I just got from that computer. I have no idea who Marcus is, though.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
The earring was shaped like an insect.
I did Kingston
Kitchen box.
That's down in Hawker's.
Disc.
Most of the employees I see coming in.
Victim information.
But old Marcus, Doctor.
Okay. So, what I will do now is look at the security footage.
Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
Okay, so we have this.
Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
Now we're going to see if we can find any clues in the picture. There's the dog.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens.
Oh, okay. So if we missed it in the lab, we could have got it here in the picture. Okay. There's the dog. Probably the same thing. Probably going to see the collar, maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
We could have gotten the clues here instead of actually at the crime scene if we happened to have missed them. All right, let's see if we can get a look at our suspect. Here he is.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know
Oh, it's his earring.
It looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Road.
I assumed it was Lucy's, but I guess not. I guess it was his. All right. Anything else that looks interesting? What about the weapon? Pretty standard stuff. Okay, nothing particularly interesting about the weapon, it would seem. What else is there we could look at? In the cutscene, he was carrying an explosive, but I don't see it here. No, on his person. He had a bomb. So there was a cutscene at the end of the first act. Oh, that might be it there, which showed this murder happening, and he was carrying a bomb. Like a big square. Oh no, it looks like it's something on the ground. Where's the bomb? Definitely had it. No. More fast food boxes. What about Eisendeller himself? Nope. I feel like I'm missing something and I'm not sure what it is. Looked at the dog. Box. Well, maybe that's all there is. Well, he had a bomb in his hand, but I don't see it here. Interesting. Maybe try just like a quadrant at a time. Maybe I'll see something closer. I thought that was it for a minute, but I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think that's it. It must be by his side, maybe. Okay. All right, so
the earring was shaped like an insect.
Have a suspect.
Looked like junk to me, like the cheap craps. The dog collar has
dog collar.
Ricky, maybe? Kingston Kitchens. That's down in Hawker's Circle.
The photo itself. So we now have another suspect. Who are you? We don't know who he is. The only one we've got a name for is Lucy and Zubin, but I'm pretty sure Zubin is dead. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. He is, yeah. Zubin is...
You know this girl or not?
Nope. I know who I know, and who
It's hard to keep track of all the names.
Don't know her.
Think hard.
Okay. Maybe seen her once. At station. Riding north on bullet train.
All right. We could check the lab. Maybe something about the wire. The piece of the bomb that I found. Oh, he's not here. Oh, that's helpful. Right. Nothing to be gained from him then.
Lockup.
Let's check the lieutenant. Oh, the lockup. There was a guy in the lockup who didn't want to talk to me, but maybe now that I've got some more information, he might want to. I'll check that before I leave. Oh, our lieutenant's not here. Oh, he's got something though.
Weapons shipment?
New weapons. Right, hang on. What was that? I wonder if I can use that at the shooting range, maybe get some better bullets. I know there is a way to get better bullets than the bullets in your gun. I just don't remember how.
Laboratory, mainframe, and shooting range.
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for the City Immigration Bureau by next month.
All right, maybe if I talk to him.
That weapons shipment just came in. You got the paperwork handy?
Why? You got a pressing need to rummage through my private files?
Yeah, I forgot you were keeping your lacy underthings in there. Look, Jack, I just want to see what they're charging for a crate of rifles these days.
Too damn much if you ask me, especially at the rate the assault teams are losing them. I guess there ain't no harm in it.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
So what did I just get? What is the shipping? I'm not actually sure what that's for. Come back to that one. I thought maybe I was going to get better bullets. All right. Let's go to the basement and see if we can talk to that guy again.
Lockup.
Hello, you.
You're Spencer Gregorian, right?
No. I really think my lawyer should be here.
I can test him to see if he's a replicant. I might do that in a minute.
I got some more questions for you. Tell me about your protest at Tyrell's plant.
I already told that other detective everything. Under duress.
I want to know about the people who were there. The Rastafarian and the Asian guy with the sunglasses.
I didn't know the Rastafarian.
Yeah.
The Asian fellow was one of our ex-members. Izo was his name.
How long did you know him for?
We have him as a suspect.
I met him about 5 years ago. He seemed so smart and balanced. He really wanted to help the replicant people.
Then what?
He started associating with the more militant factions. I was astounded when I heard he was supplying weapons to some of them.
What kind of weapons?
Guns so new that even the police had hardly used them, I heard.
Interesting. And I got an order form for weapons from the police lieutenant.
I got some more questions for you. Lot of people involved in your cause, Spencer?
Yes, sir, we're growing fast. As more and more people realize that replicants have cognitive and emotional legitimacy, the Citizens Against Replicant Slavery will spearhead the movement towards...
Save the pitch for someone who gives a shit.
We're peaceful people, Detective. We live by a code that men like you could never understand.
Try me.
2 centuries ago, humans were held in slavery. Brave souls formed an underground railroad.
So, you help replicants escape the city.
I'm talking figuratively, Detective.
Sure you are.
We're not children, Detective. We have resources. The world is changing. People are waking up to the injustices perpetrated by a sick society that you have helped...
A lot of them will wake up dead if reps are allowed to run amok on Terra, jerk.
I'm going to test him. Make sure he's not actually a replicant.
I'm going to give you a little test.
The other detective, she already tested me earlier today.
Uh-huh. Look, I got to check out the equipment, and you're the only stiff around.
I object to this treatment. If you'll just call my lawyer, he'll take care...
Your lawyer would tell you I got the authority to VK the mayor if I want. And he'd have to smile and nod and kiss my butt until I cleared him. So sit down.
Okay. So the way that this works is the machine records emotional responses. And I never understood this. So I was quite young when I played this game, and I really couldn't understand how you were supposed to do this. But I did read a little bit before playing again to kind of get an idea. And plus, they've added these nice little hints or little tooltips to tell you what's what. So this is the one that registers their reaction to the questions. If this top one spikes, it suggests that they're human. If the bottom one does, it suggests that they might be a robot. And this one, I believe... Actually, I'm not sure what this one does. I know that if you push them too hard, so you can ask low-intensity questions, medium-intensity questions, and high-intensity questions. Oh, we can calibrate the machine here. Ah, okay. Check that in a second. And if you push them too hard, then they like freak out and they won't want to continue the test. So you have to kind of be careful by asking a mixture of different intensity questions. So I'm going to go ahead and calibrate.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
3rd sector, uptown.
Nice neighborhood?
Very. Is this going to take long?
Just keep your pants on, Spencer. What do you do for a living?
I teach political science.
Okay. So do I have to... am I supposed to then move that to 0? Is that it? Is that the point?
What's your name?
Spencer Gregorian.
I don't know.
really think my lawyer should be here.
Just
All right.
keep your pants on.
I'm assuming then it just goes to where it's supposed to. Okay, so let's start with low intensity.
Describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind about your mother.
Patient, brave, loving.
So that's the replicant reaction gauge, which went a little higher. Interesting.
You suddenly feel the urge to commit suicide.
I love life too much to commit suicide.
That one suggests human. Let's go low again just to keep him
calm. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a large black spider crawling up the wall.
I'd call animal services, of course. I wouldn't try to move it myself, not without proper equipment.
Okay. Go back to medium.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
I'd call the school.
Human.
You're at a restaurant with friends. One of them orders lobster. The chef drops the lobster into the tub of boiling water while you watch.
Are you trying to make me sick?
Right, he does seem quite human, which is what he said Steele found, so that actually checks out.
The rest of the class.
I try to do better next time.
That one's about even.
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
Appropriate. For a killer.
Ooh. Interesting.
Are you taking any drugs?
No. How does your machine work? Is it a lie detector?
Not exactly. Your verbal responses aren't what's important. Why? You got something to hide, Spencer?
Absolutely not.
No.
You're visiting the dentist. At the receptionist's desk is a huge bowl of fresh-cut flowers.
That's illegal, isn't it? I'd mention it to the secretary.
It's definitely looking human.
You're on a farm. You get into the pen to feed the pigs. In their excitement, the animals knock you down into the mud. Using a butcher knife, you slit the throat of the nearest sow.
Ooh.
You're covered in blood as you stumble to your feet.
My God. You know, I actually feel sorry for you, Detective McCoy. The lack of empathy. Have you ever taken this test?
I don't need to. I know what I am.
So do I.
Test terminated.
Alright. He appears to be human.
You're horning in on my action, rookie. Take a stroll.
Hey.
What are you doing here, Slim?
He does not seem to like me talking to him.
Keeping busy, pal?
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
Doesn't seem thrilled that I was there. Alright, well, I guess we're going to head to one of the crime scenes then. Okay. Anemoid Row, Chinatown. Sorry, so it looks like we're going to Anemoid Row because there's nothing here for Kingston's Kitchen. Although actually they might be on the same location. Okay. All right, so what do we have? Go up there. Fish restaurant. You see something there?
You know who deals in insects down here?
You don't want insects? They're no good companion. But fish. Fish are good. I have every kind of fish for you. Blowfish, dorado, miniature sailfish. Very friendly.
No, thanks. I got a dog at home.
Fish just as good as dog.
No, my dog is real.
Real? Oh, you must make lots of money.
Let's get back to insects. Official LPD business.
Down at end of Animal Row, you see big green sign?
Oh, yeah.
Right there. Good luck with
That makes sense.
Hope he stays healthy.
She.
Okay. Box looks oddly out of place.
Careful, senor. You're poisoned.
What is it? Oh, scorpions.
Finest quality. Perhaps you purchased one?
I don't think so. They're beautiful, though. Never seen one before.
Oh, that'd be too, senor.
Let's just ask general question before we hit the earring, I think.
Nice-looking creatures you have around here.
See? Good product. Scorpions, my best work. Finest quality. And poison.
Isn't that illegal?
I have permit, senor. My customers demand authenticity.
Okay.
Is this your work?
Ah, dragon.
Dragon?
See? Anosoptera. Dragonfly late of the American South Swampland.
You sell jewelry with dragonflies?
Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. Estate item. And most likely part of large collection.
Oh.
Must have.
So it's not junk. So where did he get it?
You try Hawker's Circle. Might want to trade for this.
Hawker's Circle.
You may find.
If this is from a collection, I'm also looking for the other pieces.
I make you a deal. I found out where to get dragonfly jewelry. Then you buy a piece, right? For special lady friend? You come back later.
I'll do that.
You take care, chasing the dragon. Handsome man like you has lady friend, of course.
All my girl cares about is food and love.
Oh, how romantic. What is this girl's name?
Maggie.
Maggie. Ah, Maggie, senor. It's perfect, is it not?
It's kind of ugly, but you talk me into it. You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
Oh.
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
So that's it for her. This guy looks like he can be spoken to.
Might I interest you in a snake, noble one?
Not today, thanks. You know anything about insects?
I regret that I do not, noble one, save that I feed them to my snakes.
You do what?
Artificial ones, of course. The safeguards in the design of my snakes would not allow them to swallow a real insect.
I assume that this insect is already extinct.
They all died after the war, yes.
So the fakes must be pretty expensive.
If bought in bulk, the price is acceptable. They do not need to eat them, of course, but the added realism is worth every penny. Have you ever seen such craftsmanship?
So he sells snakes.
Perhaps you should ask the Peruvian woman next door. She's an expert.
Yeah, I talked to her already.
And will cut a wonderful deal to friends.
I need to ask you.
Certainly the LPD must have better things to do than to question a humble merchant over and over again about the same things.
He doesn't want to talk anymore.
Out arresting criminals like that disreputable Bob fellow.
Who's Bob?
He owns the armament shop up the street. He's insane, noble one, insane. He takes peculiar pleasure in agitating all the vendors around here. I cannot even go out for a Cisco walk without worrying whether Bob is going to sabotage my snakes.
Huh. Bob. Where's Bob? Oh, that's where I came in. Oh, Bullet Bob's. Well, I'm guessing that's Bob. All right, we can go in there, and we can go that way. All right, guess we're going to see Bullet Bob. Oh, this is Hawker's Circle.
45 blaster under your coat, or you're just happy to be here?
You got good eyes.
That gun is following me.
They're the only organs of mine that survived the Phobos Wars intact.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Blade Runner, huh?
All right, let's be careful with that gun. Okay.
How come I never heard of you?
I just got assigned.
Yeah, I'm kind of buddies with Davey Holden. How's he doing?
Holden.
He's gonna be okay.
He's the guy from the beginning of the movie.
Damn quick getting by Davey like that. He's the best in the business.
He'll be back on the job soon.
Ammo.
You got any decent ammo for my piece?
You mean the good stuff? 'Cause
Yeah.
I know them police issue spitballs just don't cut it.
Not these days.
Yeah, I know how it is. If you want to drop a skin job, you need a little extra oomph. I got a few clips around here somewhere, if you got the chin yen for it.
Okay, let's have it.
Weapons. Well, let's ask him about Hassan first.
I hear you.
I can test him too.
On Anamoid Row.
Who's been telling you that crap? That lying Egyptian snake oil salesman?
Hassan?
That's the one. I should have popped him when I had the chance.
All right, calm down, Bob.
I wanted to get my daughter a present for her birthday, right? I bought an iguana from that crook Hassan. And the damn thing ran out of juice just 2 days after I plucked down a shitload of chin yen. Son of a bitch wouldn't give me a refund. So I threatened to burn down his shop.
Okay.
You just gotta be philosophical about these things.
Bob's a little psycho.
My wife says. I heard of you.
Is that right?
You ain't done much.
I just got assigned.
Guys like you get hurt real easy.
Meaning what, exactly?
It ain't like you're a real Blade Runner. Not like Steel or Gap.
Hey, I am a real Blade Runner.
It's a dangerous business.
Let's ask him about the weapons.
You sell any off-world stuff? Like Ender rifles?
Nah, I ain't seen anything like that in years. Wish I had one, though. The Ender was a real workhorse. Good stopping power, decent rate of fire. You looking? Gonna cost you a bundle, I'm afraid.
Not really. Somebody shot up Runsiter's shop with one.
Sucker had it coming. I'm sure of that.
Why's that?
Runsiter's always putting on those airs like he's better than everybody else. But he'll do anything for a buck. Sell anything to anybody. That's
Yeah, he was kind of a creep and possibly a child molester.
It's out of here. Got no place at Bullet Bob's.
You know anyone who might sell Ender rifles?
There's one other guy around here who dips into that stuff.
Yeah.
Got a pawn shop down the street. Goes by the name of Ezo. But who
Ezo. That's the guy Gregorian was talking about.
Ezo, huh? Sounds like you don't like him.
Ezo's okay. He's run the green pawn for a while. We're friendly competitors, I guess. But I don't appreciate his politics.
Yeah?
Rumors, that's all they are. I was out there, Ray. I did my time. 3.5 years worth. And I can tell you, Rep's got no business being down here on Earth, okay?
Yeah. Earth don't deserve him.
Tell me about it. We got standards to uphold down here.
All right, Bob.
How'd you feel about taking a little test?
Yeah, why not?
You come into my shop and you want to VK me?
All right, calm down.
It's funny. You thinking I'm a rep. Set up the test. We'll see what's what around here.
All right. I'll test you, Bob.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
Downtown, 4th sector. Hey, this is great. Should I be sitting any special way?
Just relax.
Yeah, chill, Bob. All right, let's go low intensity.
For your anniversary, your spouse gives you a real goldfish.
I want a hamster.
Well, it's a fish.
She better damn well get me what I want.
All right, Bob.
You see a documentary about 20th century tuna boats. At the end, you feel like taking up fishing.
Yeah, sure. Saw a show about Fred Astaire last night. Didn't make me want to take up dancing.
Right. Looking human so far.
You're at a restaurant with friends. One of them orders lobster. The chef drops the lobster into the tub of boiling water while you watch.
I kicked the crap out of the sicko.
Okay, Bob.
You return from work to find that your home has been burglarized.
The son of a bitch who robs me is dead. Kablam! No fooling around.
And after, you feel...
good. Real good.
That one could have gone either way.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
Badge of honor. He's a good kid. Everyone's got to get bloodied sometimes.
All right, that was reasonable enough reaction.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a large black spider crawling up the wall.
Where? They're worth a mint, even with only half their legs.
It's just hypothetical.
Hypo what?
There's no spider.
Well, why did you say so then?
Okay.
You're watching TV. Suddenly you notice a wasp crawling on your wrist.
They sting, right?
I think so.
You gotta love it. Pain builds character.
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
That's supposed to scare me?
Not scare, just shock. Provoke a reaction.
I heard worse in the wars. Hell, I done worse.
Okay. One looks pretty even.
A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I tell him to get a job. Ain't he heard there's a labor shortage around here?
You've been drafted into the army. During a boot camp hazing, you're bound, blindfolded, and forced to eat worms.
The poor little
Lovely.
guys. That's the army for you. Chew you up and spit you out. You know what I mean?
Test terminated.
So that's it?
Yeah?
Since you didn't shoot me, I must have registered okay.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a while.
Well, you know, I think about skin jobs all the time. Try to get into their heads. Maybe that's what the deal is.
Thanks,
Is that it? So I got ammo. Oh yeah. I've got the infinite number of regular ammo and 24 of these bad boys. We'll go with the regular for now in case I need the special kind later. Alright, so I've got a bracelet for Maggie the dog.
There's one other
interview
guy
with
around
Bob.
here who dips into that stuff. Got a pawn shop down the street. Goes by the name of Ezo. Ezo's
I'll have to go check that
Run the
out.
green pawn for a while. We're friendly competitors, I guess. But I don't appreciate his politics.
Alright, let's see if we can find Ezo. What I'm assuming is this way. Oh, that's Runsiter's. That's the pet store. Okay, so that's not the way. Means it must be back that way. Oh, hello. Who are you? Oh, this is Kingston Kitchens. This is where the fast food boxes came from.
Step up, step up. Mama Isabella cook you something special. Put a glow in your cheek.
McCoy, LPD. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Questions? They always need answers.
Yep, that's the point. Let's buy some stew.
Looking tasty.
Fix you right up. Only dirty chinion. It put a spring in your step, man. The ladies, they...
Maybe this will make her more happy to talk. Let's ask her about Eisendeller first.
You send a lot of deliveries over to Marcus Eisendeller at the Tyrell building?
Eisendeller. Oh, Eisendeller, yeah. Let me tell you, that man can't eat.
Send anything over lately?
No, sir. No deliveries to him no more.
That's not helpful.
He be way behind on his bill.
Not for a month, eh?
At least. No more till him pay up.
You may have a little trouble collecting. He's dead.
Yeah, he is. He is seriously dead.
He be one fine-looking man.
You sure? Never seen him before.
I'd remembered him for sure.
Thanks for your time.
All right, so she didn't have a lot. Anyone here? Let's talk to the barman. I've seen movies. The barman always has information.
I got a couple of questions for you, Captain.
First one's on the house. The rest you pay for. You want chit-chat, you hire a hooker. This ain't no social club.
Wow.
Nice bracelet, tough guy. Who's Maggie, your mommy?
She's a dog.
So is my wife, but I sure as hell don't brag about it.
All right.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
Don't besmirch Maggie the dog. All right. Oh, we'll go this way. Oh, there's the pawn shop. Anything else? That looks like a Mogwai from Gremlins. I wonder what that is.
Ray McCoy, Rep D-Tech.
Can I actually go into the green pawn? Apparently not. Okay, so is Izo just not there, or? I thought perhaps that was the next thing to do, but okay. Oh, there he is. You there.
2 minutes. That's how much time I give every stranger that wanders in here off the street.
Sell a lot of stuff that way?
I don't encourage browsers. What impresses me are people who know what they want and are not afraid to pay for it.
What's the most expensive thing you got in here?
Value is a relative notion. What's significant to you might be meaningless to me.
And vice versa.
Everything here is guaranteed. The finest, most authentic anyone can get.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you what I want, and maybe I'll impress you.
All my paperwork is in order.
Doesn't matter. I don't read anyhow. What's your name?
Izo.
This is Izo.
Ever consort with a group called CARS? C-A-R-S?
CARS. What is that?
You know.
Against replicant slavery.
I don't have time for such pursuits.
How about Spencer Gregorian?
The same goes for him, whoever he is.
Funny, because he described you to a T. Even down to that stupid little ponytail you got.
It's called a tromaki.
What would you say if I told you Gregorian named you as one of the people who was there when the Tyrell building blew up?
There's a mistake somewhere along the chain of communication.
So, you're denying all involvement?
I won't lie to you, Detective. There was a time in my life when I might have been involved with such an organization. I actually care. But now, all I care about is my business. I am nothing but a
Really?
salesman. Perhaps I can interest you in this camera. 100 years ago, it was a cherished item. Whole families sat for portraits.
I've seen plenty of photographs in my time.
Have you ever seen this?
Hey, what the hell, bro? Can I... What the hell's down here? Oh, wow, he is dealing weapons. Bob was right.
There are off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Ezo wasn't...
Police weaponry.
But a big
interesting.
The exact arms that renegade replicants would be looking for to survive in the big city.
Guzzo was dealing in weapons,
Nothing
I think.
There.
Anything else in here? We're in the, what, the sewers? Where did he go? There, or there. That way. Bridge is out. So we can't actually go anywhere.
That's impossible.
Okay, so that's a dead end. So he got away. But we did get a camera, which means we may have gotten a picture. Wait, there wasn't another way to go in there, was there? I think that was it. Take your time, Ray. Ray McCoy. Your name? Nope. Okay, well. Guess we're going back upstairs. Have anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. All right, let's look at our clues then, I guess. Let's see what's what. Okay, so we got a picture. That must have been what was in the camera.
See? Anosoptera, dragonfly late of the American South.
Oh, that's a picture of me.
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Ezo wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer.
Okay. Maybe back to the police station? Maybe take a look at that picture. Whoa! And I got killed. And I didn't save it for a long time. Well, crud. That was like an hour. Alright, I'm going to speed run through everything again. I gotta remember to save the game. I didn't know he was going to show up and hit me with a sword. Unreal. Alright, but at least I know what I'm doing now. I can just skip the conversations because I already had them. Oh, that was annoying.
McCoy, LP.
Just a minute.
Where do I go?
Grav test on the east wing, 66th floor. Here's the footage from the security camera.
How'd you get
Did this already.
He pretended to be a delivery man. Dr. Eisenduller ordered in a lot.
Yep.
I may have more questions.
So if you're just tuning in, I just lost an hour's worth of progress, and I'm now trying to speed run back through it again. So there's the dragonfly necklace, or the earring.
It was shaped like an insect. I didn't know like the.
There's the computer.
Someone in Tyrell.
Get called up to where I was and not get killed this time.
Jesus.
All right.
I seen worse, but not by much.
Learning?
You could.
Yeah. All right. Necklace or collar.
A takeout.
Takeout box.
Obviously.
Wire.
But I.
Okay. Did that part. Out of here. Let's get the info from the computer.
Eisenduller had the tights.
And out of here.
Lagging behind again.
Yeah, steel. Thank you. She's gonna leave. Oh, this is infuriating. Mental note. Save it when I get to the kitchen. All right. So we went to the Tyrell. No, we were at the Tyrell building. Going to the police station.
Laboratory. Mainframe and shooting range.
Mainframe.
During his last election campaign, Governor Kolvig promised a bold new plan.
Upload.
Downloading.
Downloading mainframe. Clue.
All right. Unreal. Forgot this game doesn't autosave.
Video disc. One enhanceable image found.
Yep.
Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Tyrell.
All right. We need to look at the dog.
Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
Ricky.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
Give me a hard copy of that.
Gotta look at your face, whoever you are.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't like the cheek. Give me
Yep. Did that. And there was also the fast food container.
a takeout box
Yeah.
from Kingston Kitchens. Give me a hard copy.
Yeah, they do. It's I'd forgotten that these old point and clicks were like that. Luckily, I can pretty much remember everything I did, so I should be able to just speed run back to where I was, but it's annoying. I will save. Where else did I go? Oh, I went down to the ground floor to get the weapons manifest from the office.
We
Desk.
have a new weapons shipment?
Then I went and I spoke to Gregorian in the basement.
You're Spencer. No, I got some
Protest, yep. All your information quickly so I can get back to where I was.
I got a lot.
Yes, as this we're trying to break.
Can I test him again? I guess I have to. All right, we're going to test you. All right. I'm still not sure how the calibrate thing really works. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong.
What do you do for a living?
I teach political science.
I'm supposed to like try and get it to the center?
Spencer Gregorian. I really think my lawyer should be here.
Shut up,
Just keep
Spencer.
Your pants on, Spencer. Are you taking any drugs?
No. How does your machine work? Is it a lie detector?
Not exactly. Your verbal responses aren't what's important. Why? You got something to hide, Spencer?
Absolutely not.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
I'd call the school.
You're at a restaurant with friends. One of them orders lobster. The chef drops the lobster into the tub of boiling water while you watch.
Are you trying to make me sick?
You're crying. Why is that?
Crying? It's nothing to be ashamed of. I might cry for any number of reasons.
I'll bet.
Burn.
You have a little boy. He shows you his butterfly collection, plus the killing jar.
I take him to a
Some of these questions are right out of the movie.
A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I try to help him, of course. Buy him dinner or take him to a shelter.
You're given a calfskin wallet for your birthday.
I'd return it to the person who'd given it to me.
You wouldn't report him?
It depends on how close a friend he is.
You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints. A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
I leave.
You notice someone attractive across the room.
If I thought the
I'm still not 100% certain how it works. I know what it's supposed to ultimately do is give you an actual answer.
What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
I'm not answering that.
Positive result. Subject is human.
Oh, there we go.
Test terminated.
So maybe the little calibration thing is to determine how intense the questions can get. Oh, there we go.
Busy, pal?
Please leave.
Actually got a result that time.
Migraine's acting up.
All right, so that's Gregorian out of the way. Back to the roof. All right, we're actually not that far off from catching up. Another 2 or 3 conversations and we're there. Oh, that was wrong. Didn't mean to go to Chinatown. Anamoid Row, that's where we're going. All right, so we're going to save it here just in case. All right, so we go and talk to her. Oh, we look at the scorpions.
Careful,
Poison scorpions.
More than I
Tell us about the earring.
Handsome man like you has lady friend, of course.
All my men. It's kind of.
All right, got the necklace.
Might
not. You know any? You this I had so if they right.
Yep. Bob.
I need to
Tell us about Bob. Okay, go see Bob. See if I can actually get a positive result on Bob now.
That a 45.
Yeah, thank you.
You got good eyes.
They ought.
Ray
How come?
Okay.
Where did that eat?
Weapons.
Off-world stuff like
Wish I could. You
not why,
but that you know has got to be where.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
help.
Hassan.
Just that's. I heard of you.
Is that
you?
I just
Guy
meaning
it.
you got
Hello?
any?
You because not yet. You want.
Okay. How
Sure.
did you feel about
You mean real?
And test him. All right. And then we're back to Ezo again, and we're all caught up. That's not bad. All right. Calibrate.
reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
Downtown, 4th sector. Hey, this is great. Should I be sitting any special way?
Just relax. What do you do for a living?
I sell donuts. Come on, is the whole thing gonna be this dull?
Just answer the questions as truthfully as you can.
So maybe I have to calibrate it a few times. This is just 2.
You're crying. Why is that?
All right.
What kind of candy-ass question is that?
It's meant to provoke a reaction.
Reaction, huh? Well, I ain't crying. Next question.
You have a little boy. He shows you his butterfly collection, plus the killing jar.
I beat some sense into him, and then toss the collection.
You're going to die. It may be soon. Death. The grave. Rot. It may be soon. The readouts don't lie. You're scared. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone.
You laughing at me?
It's just a test.
You better not.
All right, so that one. So I think that this represents his limit, and we need to
You return from work to find that you're
try not to go too far.
The son of a bitch who robs me is dead. Kablam! No fooling around.
And after, you feel...
Good. Real good.
You suddenly feel the urge to commit suicide.
I guess I picked the right line of work.
Well, that one was up there.
A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I tell him to get a job. Ain't he heard there's a labor shortage around here?
You're watching TV. Suddenly you notice a wasp crawling on your wrist.
They sting, right?
I think so.
You gotta love it. Pain builds character.
You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints.
I'm not much for art.
A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
I'd burn it.
Okay.
Burn the whole damn place to the ground.
What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
I don't know. I busted up a guy's face once. He was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I meant to kill him, so that was kind of embarrassing.
Wow. Nice, Bob.
Describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind about your mother.
Lightweight. She was easy to carry.
Test terminated.
So that's it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Since she didn't shoot me, I must have registered okay.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a...
Well, I tried to get...
All right.
Thanks for your time.
I think that's it. All right, so now we're back to Ezo again. Okay, so we're almost caught up. Oh, I'm going to talk to her first.
Step up.
McCoy.
Yep.
This guy work for you?
Sadiq.
No, but
That was
I
his
wish
name.
you do.
Yep. Sadiq's very attractive.
Not you. That Stu's look...
Have some
Thanks for your
stew.
time.
Our man was rude.
I got a couple of questions.
First, you.
Okay. Oh, he's actually there this time. Right. Saving it. Don't need that hassle again.
2 minutes. That's how much time
Yeah, 2 minutes.
What's advice? Let me tell you what all my doesn't ESO.
Alright.
How about off-world assault weapons? You got anything that's a match for these?
I don't deal in anything from the off-world. Much too hard to authenticate.
A man of your expertise could probably tell, though.
I don't even like to have them in here. My friend Shoshana Yuri picked up the Eos plague from some gunner's space helmet.
Oh, we didn't get to ask him this last time because he ran away. Oh, that's right, because I asked him about Gregorian, so I'm going to ask him the other questions first.
You move a lot of valuable goods through here? Valuable and exotic?
How exotic?
We're talking exceptionally fine jewelry in the shape of a dragonfly.
They were so majestic. I remember them from my childhood. And that was the last time I've seen them.
It's very important that I find out about this. Can you help me?
If I see something, and you can match whatever my collectors will pay, it's all yours.
Thanks a million.
Yeah, super helpful, Izo.
With a group called CARS, C-A-R-S.
Cars.
Citizen.
I don't have.
How about Spencer?
The same goes.
Where's the camera?
There's a mistake, so I won't lie to you. There was a. Perhaps I can interest you in this camera. 100 years ago, it was a cherished item. Whole families sat for.
Okay, so we're almost where we were.
Plenty of photographs in my time.
Have you ever seen this?
Surprise! Grab the camera and the picture. Go down here.
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Ezo wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer. The exact arms that renegade replicants would be looking for to survive in the big city.
I couldn't actually really go anywhere down here, but I'll check anyway, just in case it triggers something. And that's it.
That's impossible.
All right. Oh. Okay. So now, if he tries to murder me again, I'll be ready. Okay, I'm gonna save again, just in case. And let's head for the car and see if he shows up this time.
No, wait!
Wow, it didn't even give me a chance to draw my gun. So how do I stop Ezo from doing that? Maybe, I don't know, maybe go around another way?
Nice bracelet, tough guy. Who she's a so-called one.
It wouldn't let me draw my gun.
Thanks for your time.
Yep, nothing for her. Oh, there he is.
No, wait!
Freeze, Yoshi!
Oh,
Ezo.
this is the way.
Been keeping yourself busy?
I'll be out of lockup within the hour.
Your little skin job friend's gonna take up a collection to bail you out, or you got it saved up?
Maybe I got friends in high places.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, and if my aunt had balls, she'd
at least I know I couldn't actually have saved myself in that moment, which is always
the
encouraging.
I've been tracking this boy for a week. He thinks he's pretty clever. He's a material witness in a case I'm working. In fact, your best buddy's a replicant, isn't he? The big guy with the dreadlocks. What's his name again?
Hallucinate often?
That's okay. You'll be giving him up to me soon enough. I can handle it from here, Slim. Why don't you go buy yourself a lollipop? Something else to suck on.
Wow.
But I wasn't trying to be.
All right. Oh, that's run citrus. I forgot about that. All right. Back to the car. Wait, did I just go in a big circle? I think I did. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let me just check in with her again before I leave, just in case.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me.
Okay.
If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
All right. Let's head to the police station and take a look at those pictures.
I was fresh out of Leeds. Poking around Hawker's Circle had been a waste of time. I had nothing to connect this Ezo character to the Eisendaler murder. But if the replicants had done in one Tyrell scientist, maybe they'd go after another. And the subcontractors down on DNA Row didn't have Tyrell security to protect them.
DNA Row. Oh, that's where all the replicant engineers work. Make the eyes and things like that. There it is. We're going to go to the police station, look at these pictures. I think there were 2 pictures.
Laboratory, mainframe, and shooting range.
Right,
Uploading personal clue database.
Yep, let's do the clues.
Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Okay. Do I have anything new? Right, let's go through the clues I've got. Because I didn't do that after reloading.
The detonator. Dog collar has a name on it. Ricky. The dog collar has the earring with.
I checked with UNR.
Why Kingston Kitchens? That's down at.
See?
Positive.
There were off-world rifles here and more.
Okay, so new pictures by the looks of it. All right, we got 2. Let's start with this one. All right, what are we looking for here? In these. Bunnies. Oh, I think I remember this. I think this right here in the background is Deckard, Harrison Ford from the movie. Doing his own investigation. Am I wrong about that? I thought there was like a little thing to say something about it. Might be wrong about that. I seem to remember there being like a voice line to be like, oh, who's that guy? And it's supposed to be Harrison Ford. Something like that. Well, maybe there's nothing in this one. I suppose there's going to be anything to gain from looking at myself. That's quite a facial expression. I don't think there's anything here. I could have sworn that this was something, though, that you could do. Because there's, in the first Blade Runner movie, there's Harrison Ford comes down to this area, this, I know, right? That face. In the movie, Harrison Ford comes down to this area to like look for something about the snake scale, I think. And I really thought that that was a thing. But maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe it's a different picture I'm thinking of. I can't remember. I remember something about it, but... Alright, let's look at the other one.
China bar.
China bar. What have we got here? Alright, we've got some people. There's something. Oh, that's our murderer. Or the animal killer.
That guy sure gets around. Give me a hard copy of that.
Yeah, we've seen him before. What about her? Are you someone? I don't know if you're just someone in the bar or what. Okay. Might actually be it. Is it really just him? Yeah, I guess so.
That guy sure gets around.
There's no mirrors or anything that could have reflections. Okay. Guess maybe that's it for right now. Alright, then I suppose DNA Row is going to be the next stop. But having said that, I think that is going to do it for this one today. I'm going to save my game before we head down there. Because I have a feeling that's going to be like a big shoot forward in the story, and I kind of want to save it until my mind is fresh. I don't want to do a part of it and then not remember it when I come back to playing it again. So I think I'm going to leave it here for today at the police station. I may be on tomorrow. I'm not sure. Really depends on what my wife has in mind. She might want to do something tomorrow. I don't know. But regardless, that is going to be it for today. It is always good to see you, Robco. I hope you had a really good time at your concert. I take it you went with your girlfriend or with friends or something like that. Is that right? Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I know it's an older one, and it definitely looks a little rough. I remember back in the day, I thought this game looked incredible. But looking at it through modern eyes, it's a little hard. But the soundtrack is awesome. Oh, excellent. That's good. I'm glad. It's good to spend time with your significant other. My wife's a little bit under the weather right now. She's feeling a little bit ill. So I'm going to go and check on her, see if she's feeling any better. The whole long story, but yeah, they do require a bit of patience for sure. And I probably didn't have those patience when I was a kid. When I was first played this game, I was quite young, not that familiar with the Blade Runner world, and I don't believe I ever finished it. So, and I think there's like 5 different endings or something. I think there's a bunch of different endings. Can't remember. It all depends on who you talk to and how you talk to them. There's a number of ways the story can resolve. So I have no idea which one I'm aiming for or I'm likely to see based on my gameplay so far. But we'll find out. So I appreciate that, my friend. I'll let her know that you're thinking of her. Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's the people that made this clearly huge fans of the movie. So yeah, it's definitely a labor of love, as is, I'm sure, the remaster. So, but yeah, I'm going to be definitely playing some more because I really want to see how it's going to end for me. And then I might just YouTube the other endings because I don't think I want to play it 5 times. But we'll see. Anyway, my friend, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And if I don't see you tomorrow, the rest of your weekend, give my best to your family and your girlfriend. And I hope you have a great day. You take it easy, my friend.